In The Empire Strikes Back, we see many bounty hunters hired to hunt Han Solo. But who were they? You might know one or two of them, but probably not all of them. That's exactly what we'll look at in this video today. Who they were and what their story was. The most prominent bounty hunter of these, whom most of you probably know by name, is of course Boba Fett. This Mandalorian bounty hunter was an unaltered clone of Jango Fett, who, after his father's death, earned his living from a young age by hunting wanted men. Boba specialized primarily in hunting Jedi, who were wanted in large numbers by the Empire, since Jango had been killed by Jedi Master Mace Windu. In this job, Boba was helped not only by his extraordinary abilities, but also by his armor, which was equipped with all sorts of gadgets. Rope launchers, rocket launchers, flamethrowers, dart launchers, and straws, just to name a few. Boba's good rate at capturing Jedi also brought him to the attention of high-ranking Imperial figures, like Darth Vader, which led to a good business relationship between the two. Okay, that was Boba Fett, but who are the others? Let me know in the comments below if you can name one or two more, or maybe even all of them. I'd be really interested. The next one, who some of you might know because he also appears in video games like Star Wars Battlefront 2, is the Trandoshan Bossk. As is typical for his species, Bossk began his career in his youth by hunting Wookiees on the nearby planet Kashyyyk. Something that would have been near suicide if he had been human. But his Trandoshan physique gave him enough strength to keep up with the Wookiees. And he was really good at hunting these furry creatures. Very good. So good, in fact, that he soon began hunting bounties outside of Kashyyyk. During one mission, Bossk discovered a planet that housed a small group of Wookiees. Bossk saw this as a welcome opportunity for a small bonus payment, but just as he landed on the planet to capture the Wookiees, Han Solo arrived, destroyed Bossk's ship, and rescued the Wookiees. Stranded on the planet for a while, Bossk vowed revenge on Han and Chewbacca. Bosk's strength and ruthlessness helped him rise to the top of the bounty hunters when he finally made it off that planet and even take over the Bounty Hunters Guild. So it was no surprise that Bossk was invited by Vader to participate in the hunt for the Millennium Falcon. Next in line was the Corellian Dengar. Actually a semi-professional swoop racer, Dengar suffered severe injuries at the hands of Han Solo during a race that could only be healed by Imperial scientists. But this, of course, came at a price. The Empire helped Dengar get back on his feet, but parts of his brain had to be replaced with cyborg implants. This meant that Dengar lost any sense of compassion or mercy. At the same time, his eyes and ears were cybernetically enhanced and substances administered to give him a perfect memory. All of these were qualities that would make Dengar the Empire's perfect assassin. But this task didn't last long, as Dengar was tasked with killing children for the Empire who wanted to leave the Empire. Despite his changes, Dengar refused to carry out this task. He deserted, became a bounty hunter again, and went in search of Han Solo, who had gotten him into this situation. This led him to the planet Hoth, but he arrived too late. An Imperial fleet was already hovering over the planet and eventually captured Dengar. However, when Darth Vader learned of Dengar, he offered him a deal to capture his rival Han Solo in exchange for his freedom from the Empire. The next two bounty hunters were even a permanent team, Zuckuss and 4-LOM. The Gant bounty hunter Zuckuss specialized in tracking down beings. He was a so-called findsman of his species, trained specifically for this task, and was also slightly force-sensitive. This allowed him to locate the whereabouts of specific people from a distance and sense the intentions of those he encountered. 4-LOM, on the other hand, was originally a protocol droid. His first assignment was on a luxury yacht. where he was supposed to communicate between the ship's computer and the passengers. Forlom found this an extremely boring task, and when the yacht's computer slightly altered Forlom's programming, Forlom began to reprogram himself. As a pastime, he began stealing from passengers, which soon made him an expert in theft and intelligence gathering. After he began working for Jabba, who further modified his programming, Forlom also became a great bounty hunter. And it was Jabba who brought Forlom and Zaku's together. Forlom initially saw this as an opportunity to learn Zaku's tracking skills and then leave him behind. But after Zaku was seriously wounded on a mission, Forlom stayed with him and never left his side. Together they made such a great team that they were hired by the Empire as bounty hunters to hunt Han Solo when Jabba ordered them to apply for the job. But there was another droid in this group, IG-88, or rather IG-88B. Unlike Forlom, he wasn't a protocol droid, but was designed directly as an assassin droid. Together with 3 other IG-88 droids, IG-88B escaped from the factory where they had all been manufactured. They left no one behind to report on this deed. All 4 IG-88 models then managed to capture their own planet, create their own droids there, and plan to take over the galaxy with the help of the second Death Star. Since the IG-88 models obviously didn't want any of their plan to leak out to the outside world, they decided that one of them should work in the vastness of the galaxy to keep an eye on all the important parties and distract them in case of an emergency. And so IG-88B was chosen to work as a bounty hunter. Since he was designed as an assassin droid anyway, he quickly became one of the best bounty hunters the galaxy had ever seen. So it's no wonder he was given the chance to hunt down Han Solo. As bounty hunters, they also needed pretty good spaceships and starfighters. If you want to learn more about unknown heavy starfighters that would have been perfect for these bounty hunters, check out the video here. And with that, have a great day and may the Force be with you.